officially over.
Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot. Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice, grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know when to violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, villain ain't Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that with the real shook, scared to death, act, yo. X that, looking shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she make me wanna get all in the, yo. Top mistress of the videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the, make you feel it all in your toes. Hot, got all my people in red clothes. Metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros. Like you really wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, ain't gonna be trust. Yo, it's a must that you heard of us, yo, we murder us. A lot of people is wondering and they curious. I mean, in my unit, do it is so mysterious. Furious, all of my people is serious. Shook others be walking around fearing us. Front, baby, like you don't wanna be hearing us. Gotta listen to Harry, he'll be playing us. 30 times a day to make you delirious. Damaging everything all up in your area. Yo, it's funny how all the be always serving us. All up in between they where they wanna carry us. Hit you good, then I hit them off with the alias. Various, they wanna marry us. Yo, it's flip mode, you stupid, you know we bout to bust. 7-figure money, the label preparing us. Fight the dust instead of you making the fuss. People know better cause they ain't no comparing us. Mad at us, yes you know better, we fabulous. Hit my people off with the flow, that be marvelous. My whole clique victorious. Taking no prisoners with us, straight up warriors. When I feel it, then I know you be feeling so glorious. Then we blitz and reminisce on my people notorious. Do you really wanna party like that? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me.
Like damn, why I get a like urn? I'm a drop top. The sun won't burn when it lit like what?
All right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That's A.J. Epinesa on the tackle. This is Henry on second. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Play fake, Jackson. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's complete inside the 35. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Ty Johnson now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 9.
Another one for Cook. Takes out a one-stop. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. You've got Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Throwing now on first down, Allen. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Now a give to Cook, running left. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Again, it's Cook. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They are going for it. Allen. Throw is caught by the back. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure.
We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Now Allen. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They'll try the right side with Cook. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 10.
Allen on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
He puts some power on a deep one left. It is caught at the 20. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Ravens with a chance to boost their lead. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They kick the running back in motion. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. 9-yard kickoff, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They'll run here with Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Pistol snap to Jackson. He brings it in. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. Headed out right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying it left side with Cook. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up. Now it's Cook. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
On 1st down, Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. You just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage versus zone. It's all about that anticipation and accuracy, and if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's on the move. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Allen now on 1st down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll motion him out of the backfield. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He got it along the sideline, but just couldn't bring it in within the field of play. That's incomplete. We've got 3rd down.
Defensive coaches in the all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here he is on 3rd and long. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. They have themselves another 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. First and 10. Here's Allen. Caught near the goal line. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills make it a 1-score game before halftime. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in, right? Higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
Jackson now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Looking to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Kickoff taken at the 3. Finds some space, he's past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Cook trying this one up the gut. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Here's a give to Cook. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Working quickly here.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
2nd and 13. Sideline throw complete to Cooper. And he's a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before going out. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'm sure Coach play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. Your play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
This is Cook, and he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Allen throw on 3rd and 1. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Back to throw it. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens take possession of the football. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Trying down the middle with Henry. He heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Lamar out of the pistol. He finds Mitchell, complete. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Running once more with Henry. He breaks a tackle. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens go up by 12 in the fourth. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
Jackson throwing for it. And right back into the end zone he goes. So one play, it's a touchdown. Then the next for two, and he's extended their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
Here's second and 2. Coleman with the grab. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Allen setting up play action. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills now within one score in the fourth. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Jackson now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Flush down out to his left. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. So Buffalo's going to call it second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. They run it with King Henry. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. Now the Bills use their third and final timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Escapes out to the left. He's keeping it. Escapes a defender. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. A give right side to Henry. And he's brought down for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
The throw is caught. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does